Oh my goodness. Can you guys hear us now? We're gonna do that thing all over again. Sorry, you guys. Louise saw me. I did press the unmute. You saw me, Louise.
Twice. She did it twice.
Okay, let's start over. Good morning, my friends. Welcome to Friday Fun Day. See what happens when I don't have my little producer with me? As Smarty Pants as he is, he's not with me, and this is what happens. So good morning, Janet and Liz. Welcome, Lynette. Good morning, Jeannie. I am super excited to be here today, Friday Fun Day, and we have a really nice treat for you guys. We have our very own Louise Sakihama here to show you.
Good morning, everybody. How are you?
Yes, she is here to show you a fabulous technique. So without much further ado, let's go ahead and pass it along to Louise. Thank you, Louise, for doing this.
All right. Well, everyone, let's see. Let me get the camera to the table so we can see what we're doing here. Okay, get my right here. So what we are playing with today, and I say play because it's really a lot of fun and it makes a hard job so much easier. And it's Baby Lock's Quilt Binding Foot, and it is I don't know if you can see it. It's got a little ledge on the bottom that will allow you to have the foot ride on the quilt on the left side, and on the right side it'll be right on your binding, and we can stitch both on the front side or the back side. You have a choice, and I have two samples today. The first one we're going to do is on the front side, where you attach the binding on the back side and you flip it over and you bring it to the front side and you stitch on top of the binding so that it's secured. So anyway, I did a graphic, and I think it might help to show what is actually happening here. If you're looking at the bottom of the foot, it's got a recessed side and a raised side. So the binding would be on the right and the quilt top would be on the left. So we are at a point now where you've done all the hard work, you've attached the binding, and you're ready to finish it off. And that's what we're going to be showing today. Okay, any questions before we start?
So far, so good.
So far, so good? Okay, well, let me get to the machine, change over to the camera on the machine. Okay, here we go. Salima, we only have a half hour, right?
You're doing great.
All right, so here we go. These guys are. So we're going to slide the work under the foot, and we're going to lower the presser foot. So you can see here, you can see here where the edge of the binding is right here, the quilt top is here, and we need to have the needle set down right here. So let's give it a try here, and you can see it's right on the money. And so here we go. And unlike Salima, I sew very slowly.
I've got a bad reputation, huh? Pedal to the metal.
Pedal to the metal, Salima.
That is an amazing foot. I love the way it's riding half on the binding and half on the other, on your quilt.
Yeah, just wait till you get to the miter here.
Okay.
Okay, so we're getting to the miter. And for those of you that are familiar with binding, when you get to the corners, it's pretty bulky. And I have had the foot jump on me. And so right here, there is a little black button on the foot right here. All you do is push it in, and it will ride over the thick portion of your sewing. So right there, let me see here. Make sure we're on the miter. And we're going to turn the foot. So, I don't know whether you can see in the camera. It's really done a nice job right on the edge here. We've turned the corner. And that button will automatically release itself and go back to the regular weight on your binding. So I'm gonna stitch it. Let's do one more corner. Should we press our luck here and try for the second corner?
Let's do it. I think it's our lucky day. We got this. You're doing great, Louise.
Let's see here. Yep, another bulky corner coming up here. Get the old stylus out and guide it into the corner.
I like the way you're using that little awl up there, because that way you don't have to put your finger and you really can hold it down.
Right, okay, so here we are. We're going to push the button in again, and it is just going to take that corner like butter. And turn the corner, put the foot down, and off we go. So, I'm so used to the cutter. This one doesn't have a cutter, but it's still a great little machine.
I know. So this is the Babylog Jubilant. It's their first computerized machine. The next model up has the cutter. So I have a couple of questions here, or actually one question. Did you use a 2.5, 2 1/4, or 2.0 width strip? What strips? How wide are your strips?
For purposes of the demonstration, I used a 3.5 inch wide strip to start.
Okay.
And it creates a 1/2 inch finish.
Okay. That's awesome. Look at that.
The 2 corners. Well, the proof in the pudding is on the backside. Do we dare show what the backside looks like?
Let's go for it. Let's go for it. We're amongst friends here.
Can you guys see the corners? I caught them both.
That's awesome.
And, you know, as I told Salima, if someone's looking that closely at this, they can just walk out of the room.
I agree. They don't need to be looking that close.
Okay.
Oh, that black button.
Black button, yes, and it's also on the J foot.
It is. Why don't you show the J foot?
Here's the J foot, the multi-purpose foot,
Yes.
I think it's called.
On
On all of the baby locks, and you just push that in. And what I was amazed at is that you didn't have to push it back out to get it to stop.
No,
it
it just automatically releases.
senses the width, and it takes off after that. It's just really golden feature. Okay, all right. So this is with the binding finished on the top. Now, this is a project that I did in a class somewhere else, and the binding was just awful. So I took it all apart, and I, again, like I stitched the binding on. This time, I stitched it to the front, and the back side is where I'm hoping to catch the stitching. What we're going to be doing is sewing in the ditch. So we're going to ride the foot so that the needle is right there in that ditch.
Oh, so you're actually still going to sew from the top side.
I'm still going to sew from the top side.
Oh, wonderful.
And it should catch on the back. It won't be perfect, I don't think, as you know, if you're looking at perfect binding, you really can't tell.
Right.
And most of that is done by hand. For stitching by machine with this foot, it's just so much easier because you're so confident that the foot's going to stay in place because of that ridge on the bottom.
Okay.
The one side on the quilt itself just stays down, and the binding, I don't know how many of you have had your foot flip off or slide off, or it just really is nerve-wracking. So this foot really made me feel far more confident in getting the binding on on the first try. Not too many rip-outs. The other thing that Salima said that is really great about the foot, and I'll show you when I get back to the machine, is that you can move the needle position. And so and it has a wide enough space so that if you wanted to do decorative stitching down the center, you could do that as well, rather than have it, you know, the detailed stitching either in the ditch or on top.
So Jeannie's asking, did you use invisible thread in the bobbin?
Nope.
Nope.
No invisible thread, Jeannie. Okay, back to... Where's Rion, right? We need him.
Oops.
No, wrong one.
One more over.
Oh, one more over. Okay. All right, so here we go. Let's start on this side here. And Salima, you have this foot in stock, right?
I do. So if you're interested in this foot, it is it's actually on my website under online store, and I have a category called Friday Fun Day. Everything I feature or we feature on Friday Fun Days are going to be in that one section. So that foot is there as we speak.
Okay, so I'm going to bring the foot down, the needle down, and you can see it's too far over to the right. So I'm going to use the button on the machine to move us over so that when we come down, we are right in the ditch. Oops, one more. Okay, there we go. Okay, off and running.
And I noticed you have your needle set to the down position. That makes it really convenient as well when you are coming to the corner.
Okay, here we go. We're coming to the bulky part. So let's push that button in. And oops. I'm gonna back up one. Okay. Missed it by a little bit.
That's okay. You know what? You're not on your own machine, so it happens, right? It's getting used to a different machine. But still, just as fun.
But this machine is super quiet.
It's very quiet. I love this machine. Anyone looking for a second machine or a classroom machine while your big machines are embroidering, this is a fun one.
That's a great idea.
And they're half off right now. Bonus.
Okay, so here we go. We're going to do that. Well, let's see how well we did on the back side. So, there's the corner.
Oh yeah, it's stitched right in the ditch.
Stitched right in the ditch.
Yeah.
And pretty close. It just jumped off a little bit here, but it did catch the back side.
That's awesome.
Any questions?
That's awesome. I love that. What a great foot, Louise. All right. What'd you guys think? Isn't that an awesome foot? Would have never known. Lynette, please hold the project closer to the camera. Okay, I can even zoom in here real quick. So let's change the camera angle. And let's zoom in for Lynette. So there we go. She went ahead and stitched in the ditch right here. And then on the back side, there it is.
Let's see, where are we here? Right there.
Right, so it's this corner right here.
Right.
Mhm. Beautiful. And then you want to show the other one?
I'll show the other one.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Here we go. Let's see.
So this one is right here. So she sewed right on top.
And then we flip it over. It's It's actually right through here.
Yep.
And because it's already stitched down on the back side, catching it is not as important as stitching in the ditch.
Right, right. Oh, that's awesome.
But
I love it.
you know, I just what I really love is that button, because whenever you get to these corners, there's always that little bit of a jiggle, and you end up kind of cockeyed in the corner. And these come out practically perfect every time.
Yeah, I love it.
So again, you want to show,
show that again?
Want to show this again?
Sure.
And this is the foot.
Oh yeah, so you can see how it's raised. Yep. And the flat side, one side is right up against the binding compared to the other side. That's awesome. I love it.
Oh, how much time do you have? Do you want to try a serpentine?
Sure.
Show them how to do this. So we just
Sure.
pick one of these stitches, right? So give me a minute and we'll try one of those serpentine stitches.
All right. In the meantime, if anybody else have any other questions, Louise is going to look for that serpentine
Which
stitch
one?
on this machine, and it would be number 36.
And so we...
So all you do is turn this to 36.
Oh.
I know, it's super easy.
Oh my goodness. Oh, this is really a cool little machine.
I know. You just turn the dial. There you
Okay.
go.
And then we...
If you want to make your stitches a little bit longer, it's that top plus button. Yep.
Okay, so we maybe...
Yep. We're doing this on the fly, my friends. She's just going to try a fun stitch, and let's see what happens.
Let's see what happens here. Let's pick a side that doesn't have stitching.
Do you want to try it on scrap first, just to test
Oh,
the
sure.
stitch? I think I can find some fabric here in the store. What do you think?
Yeah,
Louise?
okay.
Let me
Oh,
go do
let
that.
me... Oh, she already changed it over.
All right, there you go. You
Okay.
can try it real
I'm
quick.
gonna try it real quick here. Oops.
All right, so Louise is trying a serpentine stitch, because I was telling her earlier that's the one that I like to use as well, because it's really forgiving. So she's going to try that and just make sure the width and length are at a pleasing position, and then we'll go do it right on the actual project.
Let's see what it looks like here. Yeah, I think that'll work.
Oh yeah, that's perfect.
Okay. All right, so let's give it a whirl here. Okay, here we go. Under, and in this case, we need to bring it over to the center, right? I think.
Well, it's going to go left to right, right? The serpentine is going to
Okay.
swing over. Mm-hmm.
Let's see what happens. Oh, we want it to go both on the...
It's gonna be on and off, right?
Okay, got it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I can see why Selima likes this one.
I know, because it's so forgiving, Louise. I don't spend too much time on my bindings, unfortunately, because I have to move on to my next project.
Oh,
And
but just think of all the other beautiful stitches we all have on our machine.
right?
Okay, well, here's a challenge coming up. Let's see what happens on the corner. Okay, where's my stylus? So, let's see, come into the corner. Getting a little bit, push the button. I'm truly eyeballing this guy. Oh, Selima, this is cool. It's
I know,
gorgeous.
I love it. I'm telling you, I love that stitch for binding. It's super forgiving.
Oh, I may have a new favorite. Because I share your sentiments about the whole process here. Woo, exciting.
All right, let's see here. Let's turn the camera and show everybody. So where are we at? We're going to come over here. There we go.
Okay,
All right, so there it is. Do you guys see the serpentine stitch?
right through here. Look at the corner.
And then it comes
It's
all the
over.
way. Yep. And what does the back look
Backside.
like? Yeah, it's perfect.
That's
See, it
perfect.
catches. Mhm.
Yeah.
So another great option for that foot.
And you could put a different, well, I have a different color. I have two different colors going here. But Can you imagine though if you had a different backing and you put the bobbin to kind of contrast the backing? You could have a beautiful piece going there.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. Jeannie, I did see that with the baby lock walking foot. I did. All right. I hope you guys enjoyed yourself. And Louise, thank you so
you're
much
welcome.
for
You're
the
welcome.
time and for showing us this fun little foot.
I
would have
just-
never known.
I have such a good time just, playing around with our toys and to be able to share it with everybody and just to, bring it into the world.
Yes, so thank you. We appreciate it and look forward to having you come back again with another foot.
Okay, you're
right?
on. Very good.
Or another project. So thank you, my friends. If you guys have any questions, don't hesitate to just comment and we'll be happy to answer them for you. And thank you so much for taking the time to join us this Friday morning. And we'll chat very, very soon. All right? Bye for now.
Bye.